What is going on, everybody? Welcome to, I don't even know what to call this because I haven't made even a channel yet. I'm just deciding to start making videos out of nowhere. I've always wanted to make videos, but you know, I've never really had the tools, I guess, or the patience to make videos, so we're gonna give it a shot. There's really no excuse for me not to start making little videos here and there, showing you guys some of the stuff that we do, or some of the stuff, you know, I really wish I could have showed in the past, especially just for myself too, to look back on and be like, oh wow, we built that, and you know, it's pretty sweet. But anyway, welcome to my garage. This is probably where most of the videos are going to be shot from on this channel. So we got a couple things, we got a couple projects in here right now. So this is my, actually I don't know what to talk about first. I think we'll talk about this because this is what we're working on right now. This is my buddy's 2003 CRF 450R. Basically, the only things we're really going to be doing to it is putting a Hinson clutch in it. We're going to be getting rid of the old carburetor. We're going to be moving to an Electron. It's still a carburetor setup, but it's a much more modern carb for these dirt bikes. So we're going to be changing that out. We've had a lot of issues with this carb, and we're going to go from there. Mostly the biggest problem we've been having is the fuel mixture screw on this carburetor will move over time, and it changes the tune of the bike, which is really frustrating because you'll get it running really good for a while. You'll go out riding, and the fuel mixture screw will turn and eventually fall out. And I know there's other fuel mixture screws out there that you can buy that probably prevent this problem, but we've been wanting to try one of these Electron carbs for a long time, so while the bike is in here, we might as well give it a shot. They are very expensive, but in my opinion, I've heard so many good things about them, and it's time to give them a try. It'd be cool to give this thing a more modern feel to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, the radiator, the stock radiator on this bike, I think the stock radiators are fine on this bike, but the modifications that we have done to the engine, I think, is taxing the stock radiators a little bit. So we're going to modify a set of radiators I had laying around. We're just going to change the angle of a couple of these. We're just going to cut these, some of these off and change the angle of them. We're going to get rid of this port because we don't need it. So we're just going to cut this off and just weld this shut. But yeah, that's pretty much all we're going to be doing today. Hopefully we can knock that out today. These are just some cheap eBay radiators you can buy. They're, you know, it looks, these might not be better. I don't know. We'll find out when we put them on the bike, but you know, in my opinion, it looks like the core, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but you know, they look a lot thicker basically.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
How much thicker it's gonna be, but or how much more cooling we're really gonna get out of putting this larger radiator on there, but hopefully hopefully it's gonna help a little bit. The stock radiators do the job until it's like 100 degrees outside, and then you know, everything kind of sucks at those temperatures, especially on these bikes because they don't have fans. We might end up putting fans on here at some point, but I really think the stock radiators are just kind of taxed. You know, this is a very high compression motor that we have in here, so I think it's probably time that we upgrade the cooling system just so we don't damage the engine or something. And plus, that radiator is from 2003, there's probably all sorts of bullshit inside the actual radiator. It probably doesn't work as efficiently as it would have. I feel like fabricating some stuff, so we're just going to go ahead and make some modifications, bust out the old welder, and see what happens. Also, I'd like to add a disclaimer to this video. I am not by any means a professional mechanic or a professional welder. So, you know, don't anything that I do, just take with a very grain of salt. I'm not trying to teach anybody how to weld. I'm not trying to teach anybody how to fix their stuff. These videos are just simply for fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy them. And sorry for all the noise. It is, like I said, it's extremely cold in the garage right now. So yeah, we got a couple projects that we're gonna be doing. Hopefully you guys enjoy the ride, and stay tuned. All right, we're getting ready to cut this boy. Hopefully, I'm gonna try and cut off these two bottom pieces so that way we can reorient or get rid of this guy and just actually, kind of more of my plan is to take this thing and move it here, and then eliminate that hole there. That's kind of more of the plan. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and cut this as low as I can, so that way it gives us plenty of room to work with. I guess we'll see. Things I'm going to use to cut this deal is just a cheap $7 grinder. We got some safety glasses, just in case. And we got some ear protection. I don't know why those have a radio, but we're gonna use the ear protection just because looks like I lost you guys there, but you know, I probably could have took a little bit more time cutting this, but we're gonna clean it up a little bit now, make it look a little bit better. But you know, I might leave some of this material, a little bit of this material on here just to make it a little bit easier for me to weld. But hopefully that works. We'll just move this deal over here, and you know, we're gonna clean that up as best as I can, and then we'll plug this hole. So should be pretty easy. All right, we got everything set up here. Got the welder going. I probably have way too many amps for what we're going to be doing. So we're going to turn this guy down a little bit. We'll go down to 80 just in case we need it. You can always change that later. But I don't really know how this is going to turn out. I'm hoping to focus, you know, more of the heat down here and then work my way up and go across. I'm just going to try and get a tack started here. Alright, let's just see if we can lay down one tack here. I don't know what I'm talking about. move my ground strap because it's kind of in the way. I could probably get away with putting it on the table, but you know, maybe we'll give it a try. So we're trying to focus our heat where we were. Alright, this is by no means perfect or, you know, stacking dimes or whatever you want to call it, but it is on there. I'm going to test and see if it leaks because that's the biggest key to me. I need to practice a little bit more for sure. This is by no means very good. The inside looks okay. I'm going to go in there with a burr tool and make everything flush in there. A lot of that, what you're seeing, is just from me cutting the hole off. We still have to block that hole, so we got a little bit more welding to do on this radiator. But yeah, you know what? It really doesn't look that bad, honestly. It really wasn't that hard to weld. This material has been sitting out for quite a while now, and you know, I didn't really seem to put too much heat into it too. I tried to minimize as much heat as possible going into this, so that way I didn't blow through it. This is pretty thin stuff, so that was my biggest worry, is just making this metal too hot and melting a hole in it. I've learned that the hard way. Alright guys, it is gonna be a little bit confusing. It is actually the next day. I had some stuff I had to take care of. But anyway, as you can see, I have the welder back out again, which, you know, isn't the worst thing. But it's mostly because I went and tested this thing and it actually has a leak. As you can see, I welded this guy up and it seemed to work out just fine. This doesn't seem to leak at all, but I don't know if you can see this, but there's like it's a little bit dirtier on this side than it is on the other side. Like, I think the metal kind of is contaminated a little bit, but there's like a little pinhole there. Maybe I didn't do something correctly, I don't know, but it leaks there. So we're gonna try and fix that. I tried cleaning this metal down with acetone a lot more, so hopefully that helps out a little bit. So I'm just gonna try and go over this a little bit. It's probably not gonna turn out too pretty. I was gonna grind it down and then start to go fill it in, but I think I'm just gonna take advantage of the material that's there and just try and get that hole to close up. But anyway, so here we are. I'm noticing, like, I don't keep my hand free enough, so. All right, let's give it a little bit of a whirl. really trying to pay attention to the puddle as best I can, because that's pretty much the seal, you know, when it comes to this. So I'm having some issues getting this thing to like fire off too. I don't know why that is, but you know, I think this is gonna do it though. So the metal looks a lot cleaner this time than it did before. I'm using a new brush too, because you don't want to put any like foreign metals into aluminum, like steel. So all right, I think that's gonna do it. I really hope so. We're gonna give her a leak test again, and hopefully that's the deal, and I don't have to get the welder out again. Oh. All right, we got our coolant draining. It's gonna crack that boy a little bit. Draining a little bit quicker now. All right. So while that's draining, man, that is a mess. I really don't want to remove the plug all the way though. So we'll just let that get everywhere. And we'll move on to almost knocking the whole bike over. It's really hard to do this one-handed, but it works pretty good. The struggle is real. I need to get a tripod or something. Need to invest in something. I do have a GoPro. I could just strap it to my forehead. It'd be pretty funny. Ooh, that boy was tight. I don't know why it stripped. I promise I didn't over tighten it. Oof. But anyway, wonder how many times. All right, we're making some progress here. I just finished making the hole for the isolator. It turned out really well. These step drills really make things easy. The only thing that I don't like about these step drills is they leave a little taper on the inside. It's pretty easy to clean up. I just got a couple of these. I don't even know what to call these. I'll try and put them in the description below, but yeah, these things are badass. They really did the trick. So yep, we're just gonna put those isolators in there, and we're gonna do some test fitting to see how well it's gonna mock up. Let me see if I have the old one, the old radiator. I forgot how much I hate dealing with radiators because it just gets, you know, it's messy. So yeah, here's the old one. Before, if you guys remember, before I cut this piece off here, this piece was like way out over here, so just cut that piece of metal off that we didn't need anymore, and I used it to make that plug. So yeah, it's working out pretty good so far. I've test fitted it back and forth a couple times now, and it's looking really good. I don't think we're gonna have to modify this at all. I'm just gonna leave it at the angle The original one has this, it's facing downwards basically. You know, I don't really think it matters too much. We might be able to cut some hose out of it to accommodate for that. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna pop these isolators in here and bolt it up and see how it looks, and then we're gonna start working on the other side. And I don't think I'm gonna have to modify this too much, other than kind of what we did over there. We're definitely gonna have to move this, but yeah, other than that, you know, I don't think we're really gonna have to change too much. I'm gonna make sure we're gonna do a lot of measuring before anything. I think I can get away with leaving these the same. If we have to turn this one a little bit, we can. I'm gonna see if we can get it to work without it first, but yeah, it's going really well. But all right. Before I pass out from the fumes from the old thing over there, see, I can't even, brain isn't working good because the fumes are killing my brain cells, but it's okay, we're warm. Anyway, guys, I just test fitted the radiator. I got everything hooked up to it. I just wanted to make sure all the lines and stuff, you know, were gonna work out. It worked out really good. I mean, all right, I just figured I'd show you guys this really quick. I was having a really hard time figuring out how I was gonna hold the tab into place while I weld it, so I did some weird jankery, I'll call it. Jesus. I don't even know why I do these welding shots. It's not like you guys can see anything. Can't see my trash welds. You know, I think I just wasn't in it to win it. All right, I just did the final test fit here for the right side. We still got to do the left side. But yeah, man, this is looking really good. I'm pretty impressed with myself right now. I mean, it does help that this radiator was meant for a CRF to begin with, so a lot of the geometry is the same. It just needed to be changed a little bit, like getting rid of, all we've really done to this side, honestly, is we've plugged this extra port here, and we took the fitting that was on this and we moved it over here. Other than that, that's really all we did. I moved this bracket. I can't see, hold on. Yeah, I moved this bracket down and it needed to be straight, so just made it straight. All right, guys, we're pretty much done with the left side here. I really didn't really film too much of it because it's kind of similar, or the similar concept to the other side. All I really did was cut these elbows off because this one was kind of facing this way. So I just clocked it down, kind of like how it was on the stock radiator. And this guy, same thing, just chopped this dude off because it was facing up like this. And I just angled it down like that, and now looks really good. You know, the old welds look like they turned out okay, so yeah. All right. But, you know, and in case you guys are wondering, most of you probably know, but this is a bleeder, essentially. It seems like the new bikes have these as well. it's just to get the air out of the radiator, because there's no, there's nothing, there's no cap on this side, so yeah, that's all that's there for. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video though, guys. Let me know if you guys like this this style of video, or this video in general. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and do all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. I hope you guys have a good holiday and everything. Hopefully I get this video out before the holidays are over. I guess we'll see.